It's a new year, and with T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan with eligible iPhone trade-in.
So I can FaceTime with my sister in Savannah.
That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on every plan. All on America's 5G leader in coverage. T-Mobile.
24 monthly bill credits and a new line plus tax. If you cancel, credit stop and balance on required finance agreement may be due. Contact us for well-qualified buyers. Qualifying consumer plan required. See coverage and offer details at T-Mobile.com.
It's a new year, and with T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan with eligible iPhone trade-in.
So I can FaceTime with my sister in Savannah.
That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on every plan. All on America's 5G leader in coverage. T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits and a new line plus tax. If you cancel, credit stop and balance on required finance agreement may be due. Contact us for well-qualified buyers. Qualifying consumer plan required. See coverage and offer details at T-Mobile.com.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Thank you for downloading Sporgy for free on iTunes or from ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate Sporgy 5 stars on iTunes and help to tell others about Sporgy by leaving a comment. Thank you for following Sporgy on Twitter at Sporgy Podcast and on Instagram at Sporgy_podcast. Please follow Sporgy on Facebook to like and share Sporgy. You can also email the show. The address is sporgy at ChristopherMedia.net. If you would like to donate to Sporgy, you can click on the PayPal button at ChristopherMedia.net. If you use Amazon.com, please click and bookmark the Amazon link at ChristopherMedia.net. It will not cost you any extra money, and you will help to support Sporgy. If you are looking to launch your own website, please click through the HostGator banner at ChristopherMedia.net. Christopher Media uses HostGator to host all of the shows produced by the Christopher Media Network. When you click through the HostGator banner at ChristopherMedia.net and sign up for HostGator, you're helping to support Sporgy. We know that choosing the perfect gift for a man is a difficult task, but not anymore. TheBroBasket.com is here to help. We all know men are hard to shop for, but what do guys actually like? Their favorite alcohol, that's what. It could be craft beer, wine, whiskey, scotch, or tequila. TheBroBasket.com will put it in a gift basket full of their favorite gear and goodies. You can customize your own Bro Basket or choose from a variety of different Bro Baskets, like the Ultimate Import Sampler, the Jack and Coke gift set, or the Junior Executive gift basket. Boozeless, but still cool, Bro Baskets are also available. TheBroBasket.com gives you many shipping options to choose from, including rush delivery and Saturdays. 21 and over, please. State and local laws apply. Beer, wine, and liquor are not available for shipping in all states. You can help to support Christopher Media by clicking through the BroBasket.com banner at ChristopherMedia.net. Men used to be hard to shop for. TheBroBasket.com.
Welcome to Sporgy, the show that gives you half-ass sports fans giving their half-ass opinions. And now, here are your hosts.
All right, welcome to Sporgy number 71. I'm Chris.
I'm Rich.
I'm the ICEman. Did you miss me?
All right. Yes. Actually, yes. Believe it or not, number 71. Who is number 71?
The stupidest, ugliest, most terrible fucking offensive lineman ever, Riley Reef. He used to play for Detroit, now he plays for Minnesota. Fuck off.
Yeah? He's gonna go playoffs this year. But we'll get to that later.
Bite me.
What is it? Malkin for Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, yeah. Malkin's number 71. Probably the most predominant number 71 is Peters. Jason Peters over in Philly. Offensive lineman, that big motherfucker. Good luck getting around him. Take you half a day.
Peters. But, it's October. I mean, football is in full goddamn swing. Hockey started. NBA started the night that we are recording this. We'll get to that later. But, October means playoff baseball. And holy shit, it's a series all of a sudden between Houston and the Yankees. Anyone see that coming?
Yankees fans.
Yeah, considering I didn't even think they were going to be here. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's... And I'll tell you what, I finally saw JV in an Astros uniform yesterday. It's weird. Am I allowed to think it still is weird? Even though it happened, a couple months ago?
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to seeing certain players in other uniforms.
Yeah, but he looked good on the mound, though. He looked good on the mound, though.
Are you dressing up as a playoff baseball player? This Halloween jersey? That's how I felt. So yeah, I mean, some advertising salesman's dick got a little harder tonight because the prospect of a LA-New York series is a lot more real than it was 24 hours ago.
Well, yeah, but at this point, Chicago, New York, LA, New York, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, they would like LA because it's what? Second biggest media market in the world, or at least the United States. But I mean, they'll take Chicago. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have the first, second, and third media market all in the playoffs,
and then the heart-wrenching Astros. That whole sob story of I live on a coast of a fucking huge ocean where hurricanes happen yearly, but help us. That story.
Really? So you're gonna act like shit didn't get all fucked up and flooded? I mean, I get it. Where hey, don't be surprised if you live on a coastal plain and your shit gets flooded out. But come on, man. Doesn't change the fact all their shit got fucked up.
Yeah, but that's my Michigander talking. I'm in Kansas, so I'm in the middle of Tornado Alley now.
Well, I mean, it just started what? Dodgers and Cubs going on at the moment, but Dodgers are up 2-0 in that series. So, yeah, if the Cubs are going to repeat, they better show the fuck up.
Well, it seems like you called it, man. I mean, you basically said, hey, look, Dodgers, yeah, they went through their slump and they got cold, but they did it and they got it out of the way before the postseason. I wasn't so sure about it. Seems like you were. So yeah, there you go.
And the Indians heated up at the wrong time, just a little too early. You called that shit. You called all of it. Start calling you ICEman.
Wow.
The second coming.
Look at me. I don't even remember calling half of this shit. Well, no, I guess just with anything, it's just there's ebbs and flows, man, in life, in sports. I mean, if you miss the ball, 25 times out of 30, you're going to start hitting it soon. I guess that's just the way I think, maybe. I don't fucking know. I'm just a half-ass sports fan. It's in the intro. It's called like I see it.
Yeah, but it's funny because Houston has pretty much been steady all year, all season. Like, they've played at a high level, but it's pretty much been steady all season. There hasn't been, like, they didn't have that huge collapse to where it was like, oh, shit, they're coming back down to earth. I mean, the Dodgers were just fucking rolling there for a little bit, and then they went 1-9 in a 10-game stretch. Something like that. I mean, I think it's totally fair to fucking look at that and go, oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they went up 2-0. Now they won 2 straight. They dropped 2 straight. I mean, they're still in it, but I mean, the Cubs, man. I mean, should I go partial? But I mean, it's only probably what, 3rd or 4th inning at this point. Dodgers are up 2-1, and yeah. So I mean, we'll probably know by the end of this podcast if it's Dodgers with a commanding lead or, Cubs showing signs of life. But, I mean, either way, I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting World Series with the final 4 teams that are left. I don't think we're going to get a turd World Series out of any of these 4 teams, quite honestly.
I mean, I hate the Yankees, so whatever, but I just, please, can we not have the Yankees in the World Series? Can we just not have that happen? Like, seriously, I don't know. There's no way that they should have done the turnover they did, sent from those 2,000 teams to the teams now, and they have as little of fucking downtime, if you could call it that, as they did, and then fucking win the World Series again. I mean, because they won one like what, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. Like,
yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Like I said, baseball to me is the best when the Yankees are doing well, but they also, they get put in their place on the way to the World Series. because you need a bad guy. You need someone to root against.
Right, but the Yankees are like the Pats, man. Before the season even starts, you're talking about them playing in October.
Yeah, but they weren't talking that shit when Jeter and Rivera retired. All that shit was fucking out the window. They were, rebuilding and this and that and all this crap. Well, I mean, that's the quickest fucking rebuild turnaround I've seen. I mean, they hold on. What's their worst fucking finish? Hold on a sec. Why does Google is not my friend anymore? What I want to pop up does not pop up anymore. It's getting fucking very old. Really? Okay. I was trying to see what their 2009 they won it against the Phillies. I mean, so it's not quite a decade apart, but I mean,
it's about what, 8 years?
Yeah, I mean, but dude, I mean, outside of the '80s, they're just constantly they've constantly, starting in 1923, every fucking decade they've won a championship except for the '80s. Which I mean,
culture of winning, culture of excellence, culture of buying your titles.
The last one, I'm going to go with the last one. That's what I'm saying with this team. With the Yankees, you're always talking about them playing in October. You always assume they're going to be somewhere in the mix. You never think, well, this team can knock them off, well, maybe that team. No, because their owner just doesn't allow that shit. He goes out and pays high money for high-priced names, and all of a sudden you got Todd Frazier and a brand-new young buck, Aaron Judge, and, pitching out the wazoo, and here they go. So to me, when you talk about baseball, it's one of those staple names. You're always going to talk about the Yankees. Next year, doesn't matter if they win against Astros this year or go on to the World Series or whatever. Next year, we're going to be talking about who can stop the Yankees from going. It's just that's the way that it is with baseball.
Well, and also all the talk for guys like CC Sabathia, who they have on their team. There was a stat that kind of blew me away, which was in the playoffs, since he's been a Yankee, when he pitches the day after a loss, he hasn't lost it yet. And this is a guy who they've been saying his career is over for years now.
Well, that's because he's been saying it for years.
But I mean, that's like Verlander-esque. Verlander's career is over with. It's over with. You get him in the playoffs, and pretty much all he does is win. Well,
that's just it. Did you see him the other night? Was it last night? The fucker went 9 innings. Went the distance. Insanely amount of strikeouts.
Oh, I mean, that's not shocking for Verlander. He's always been a pitcher that will give you, as long as the manager will keep him in, he'll fucking stay in. I don't think I've ever heard of a situation in all his years here in Detroit where he was asking to be taken out. I know there was times when Leland took him out when he was pissed. Like, no, I can keep pitching. Leland was like, no, you did everything you needed to do. Go have a seat. We'll get the rest of these outs for you. I mean, you can clearly see some of those exchanges on the mound over the years that he was pissed. So he just doesn't he's one of those guys, he don't want to come out the game. He's got that old school bulldog mentality.
No, I got you, but it's not just that he doesn't come out, dude. He fucking an enormous amount of strikeouts. It wasn't he just stayed in, he stayed in and got the job done.
Well, that's what he's known as. He's known as a strikeout pitcher. I mean, he's never been a guy he's never been a pitcher who pitches to contact and gets fly ball outs and ground ball outs and shit. He wants to go up there and strike people out. It's just how he is. But yeah, I don't know. That's looking like a pretty good trade for the Astros. And I mean, I know that one pitcher can't save a series, but he can definitely stop a losing slide in a series. We've seen it here in Detroit, and I see nothing to tell me that he's not capable of doing it in Houston.
Those memes are about to start going around Houston now. Houston Facebook.
Everybody calm down. I got this shit. Just outdated with him in a Houston uniform.
Yeah, definitely one pitcher can't save a series. Thanks, Strasburg, for playing. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of the way Nationals have used Strasburg since he first came into the league with all these, there's an innings cap on him, and even if we make the postseason, we're not going to play him past so many, after he pitches so many innings and all this shit. And it's like, I don't know, man. What's the point of trying to protect a player to keep him around for longer if by not playing him you're costing yourself a possibility of a chance of winning a World Series? Because what's going to put more asses in the seats? Strasburg pitching into his late 30s, early 40s, or a couple World Series titles?
Well, yeah, and that's my point. I mean, they have him, and they have what's his fucking nuts? The other
Scherzer.
ace. Yeah, Max Scherzer, and they still lost. So, that right there when I saw that took me back to Tampa Bay with Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling. That was their two aces, but they killed that series.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay did not make the playoffs.
I don't remember those two ever pitching.
Arizona.
Yeah, I remember they pitched in Arizona together.
Arizona, Tampa Bay, the other no-name team. You know what I'm talking about? Those two.
All right.
Half-ass sports fans, people.
Yeah, I was going to say, what did you say, Chris?
Yeah. But, yeah, so, I mean, that's the baseball playoffs. I'm willing to bet by this time next week, the World Series will be set. And, yeah, we talk about it from then. If we move on from one season, that's wrapping it up, to one season that is literally starting tonight. Gordon Hayward. Oops.
Oh, well, real quick, I just want to say, if the Cubs make it to the World Series again for the second year in a row, what's the over-under on how many times Fox or who has the World Series this year cuts to Eddie Vedder and or Bill Murray in the crowd?
I'll take the over. I don't care what it is. I'll take the over.
Per game.
Twice a game. At least twice a game.
At least twice? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm taking the over.
Sorry, I just had to get that in there because you'd think that those are the only two fucking fans Chicago has sometimes, the way that some of the sports media covers that team.
Just because we're talking about the Cubs, I'm not counting them out, whether they win or lose tonight. Because to get to the World Series, they had to overcome a three-game deficit. So they are no stranger to comebacks.
This is true, but who won't be coming back? Gordon Hayward. Wah, wah.
You're all about that break, aren't you?
Dude, but you know what that is? That's karma, I think, for Boston, for pulling that move. Hey, why don't you take half a season Isaiah Thomas, Cleveland Cavaliers, and we'll take full season Kyrie Irving. I think that's fate stepping in, evening things out.
And no season Hayward. Half a quarter Hayward.
Well, he broke his ankle. He'll play at some point again this season. Probably won't be till All-Star break, but I mean, the broke ankle isn't your whole season, is it? In the NBA, probably not.
It is when you're a basketball player, dude. You got to jump off that thing, then you got to land on that thing.
This is true. But, whoops. And then, do we really, I mean, I did see something over the weekend about Michael Jordan complaining how there's going to be 28 garbage teams.
I don't want to talk about that.
Teams.
Are you kidding me? That motherfucker.
What? What do you mean? This is a talk show. Talk about it. What are your feelings?
How the hell is he going to come out and go, I think super teams is going to ruin the sport? You were the founder of the fucking super team, dude.
No, he wasn't.
What?
Really? When did he leave the Bulls to go play on a team with another 3 or 4 superstars who were assembled with him? When did he do that?
He didn't have to leave the Bulls. The Bulls was the super team, dude.
So
3 or 4 superstars came to play with him.
Just because Chicago had great general management. No, they didn't. Dennis Rodman came. Scottie Pippen wasn't brought from anywhere. John Pax wasn't brought from anywhere. Bill Cartwright wasn't brought from anywhere. B.J. Armstrong wasn't brought from anywhere. Like, dude, come on, man. They there's a difference between there's a difference between great drafting and then, hey, Chris Paul, hey, Dwayne Wade, why don't we, let's all do this Miami thing together. There's a difference between coordinating it
Chris
and whoever, Mr. Irrelevant, the third guy, who cares? But I mean, yes, exactly. But there's a difference between that, and I kind of think MJ's kind of onto something. Because I really think it's a point you made. I think it's a point you made when they started doing all the super team nonsense. It's going to lead to 4 teams worth watching and a bunch not worth watching.
Well, the point I made is that it was down to 2 out of the entire fucking season. What they ended up doing was spreading the love.
So you're better off with 4? As long as there's 4 teams you can watch, you're good?
It's still more than 4, less than half the league.
I mean, the Pistons are on track for a season of meh.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
a lot of teams are.
But I'm saying, though, I can say that. I'm a half-ass sports fan, sitting on my couch, watching some ball. Michael Jordan is the fucking founder of a super team. Just because nobody came there and, all of this bullshit, just because the super team was born within.
What's the definition of super team? What I'm guessing,
where the starting 5 are fucking all-stars, and they got 3 more on the bench.
Yes,
super team.
But at least the definition of super team in the last year is a team that is put together. A team where they are all on other teams, and they put all the superstars together. Chicago was built that way.
Well, yeah, Chicago, but so was Golden State.
Really? So Kevin Durant played for Golden State in his career.
Kevin Durant being there for 1 year doesn't count. They were that way for 2 years before he got there. That's why he went there.
Yes, but that's where the whole super team thing comes in, bringing in another superstar. It started in Miami 10 years ago. That's what they're saying. Super team, the shit that they're pulling in OKC, the shit they're trying to pull in Cleveland. That's the super team. That's where you're bringing all these guys from other teams. Chicago was made that way from guys that were drafted.
Yeah, but wait. If we're talking super teams, we're not talking Miami started it. We're talking Boston started it.
Yeah, Boston's Big 3 started that. That's what I'm saying.
And that was my point, Rich.
And that was in response to basically the NBA fucking over their teams with this stupid-ass draft lottery. Boston got tired of going, oh, okay, so we finish fucking dead last or near the bottom and we don't get shit because of the draft lottery, fine, we'll make shit happen on our own. We'll get 3 fucking superstars because you won't let us fucking get a draft pick high enough to draft anyone who's worth a shit.
Boston was like, here, hold my beer.
Well, no, I mean, that's really what it was. And, if the NBA is pissed off or is going to cry about, oh, well, there's a lack of parity in the league, well, it's your own fucking fault with this bullshit draft lottery crap. The first one was a clusterfuck. That was the Patrick Ewing, draft. And of course the NHL adopted it once Bettman got his fucking ass in there. But it leaves the worst teams up to a matter of chance to where they get to draft. Football has it right. How you finish is how you draft. And if you need proof that even with high draft picks, you can still suck. Cleveland Browns, how you doing?
Yeah, but you don't understand. Cleveland keeps picking quarterbacks.
I'm telling you, dude.
Quarterbacks that nobody even wanted to begin with. Nobody wanted them to begin with the fucking start of the college season. Nobody wanted them at the end of the college season, start of the draft, middle of the draft. They weren't going to take them.
Well, we'll get to football, but you get my point. So it's still possible. There can be shitty management from the owner on down that could just torpedo a franchise. You don't need to put this bullshit. Oh well, we have the draft lottery. It's garbage. It's garbage because you get what happened. The whole reason this started is because Boston got tired of getting fucked raw dog in the ass by the NBA. So it's their own fucking fault because before then, I don't think any team thought to fuck it, let's throw all our eggs in one basket and just go fucking get the best 3 guys we can get by trading away our future. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 guys, but everybody always was trying to build around the draft. Magic Johnson, who drafted him? Lakers. Yeah, they put people around him, but they built around him. I mean, fuck.
In Chicago.
Yeah, they did it in Detroit. They built around Isaiah. What's the biggest trade they made? They made before they won their first championship.
Adrian Dantley for Mark Aguirre.
There you go. So I mean,
Dantley went to Dallas and kept not winning things.
But yeah, this is. The NBA said, here's the playing field. We've made it unlevel. Figure it out. And a team went out and did it. And then, not to be outdone a couple of years later, one player on one team started making phone calls, and that's how you ended up with the big 3 in Miami. And now it's commonplace for players to call other fucking players and basically do their own recruiting, their own free agent recruiting. Like franchises have got to be loving it because they don't have to spend any fucking money hardly. Well, oh shit, LeBron's going to call for us? What the fuck do we need to spend any money for? Don't need to fly him out here and wine him and dine him. Let LeBron do it. Let LeBron woo him. So this is how the system was set up. This is how you go around the system. This is the loophole in the system. There's going to be super teams until the NBA does something about it. And I honestly think it's probably gonna spill over into the NHL before too long. It's just way easier to do in the NBA because there's so few players in the team.
It hasn't spilt over to the NHL?
No.
I don't think to the extent that it is in the NBA.
Not since the salary cap. But name an NHL super team. Name a team that was put together with a whole bunch of superstars.
Penguins.
What, you mean a team that, again, where it was a lot of good drafting? That team wasn't put together.
Malkin wasn't drafted.
Who did he come from?
So,
you there? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Is that to me or to Earl?
I'm talking to Earl.
So the Penguins drafted him. So what?
So what? That's what we're talking about. It wasn't a super team. It's good general management. That team was not. They didn't go, hey, let's grab this guy from the Red Wings and this guy from the Canadiens and this guy from the Bruins.
Nashville did that last season, didn't they? The Predators.
Yeah.
Who?
What's his?
One trade. I guess the point I'm trying to get at, Earl, one trade does not make it a super team. We're talking about a bunch of moves. Shit like the NBA did last offseason.
Hey, you just told me that Golden State was a super team because of one fucking trade.
What I'm saying is, in the NBA, you can
see.
In the NBA, you can do that shit. There's less players. Your starting 5 are more important than the last guy sitting on the bench. All right, so you can do that. In the NHL, it seems like what they do is they draft, and then they add players to complement the players they drafted. Case in point would be Kessel on the Penguins, Hossa on the Chicago Blackhawks, shit like that. I mean, Jesus Christ, for all the fucking shit talking and beatings Detroit took, if you look at the core of their fucking Stanley Cup winning teams, all those guys were drafted by Detroit. Fedorov, ICEman, Lindstrom, Konstantinov. Those guys were all drafted by Detroit. I mean, yeah, they made free agents, especially after the back-to-back seasons. They made free agent signings that were fucking out of this world. But they also traded away future Hall of Famers to get a guy like Brendan Shanahan, who was fucking rotting away up in Hartford.
Right, but I mean, to say that it hasn't started in the NHL, I mean, the Red Wings did do it. You know, Brendan Shanahan, Chris Chelios, Brett Hall.
Yeah, but you can't do it anymore. They've made it so you cannot do that anymore. You haven't been able to do that since 2003, 2004?
Yeah, since the lockout. The mid-2000s lockout. But still, it's just I don't think it's going anywhere unless the NBA does something very drastic to try to curb the building of teams like this. And the only thing I can really see them doing is making it illegal for players to contact other players to try to woo them to their team during free agency. But at that point, you're getting into legal issues. How could they make that against the rules? I mean, I know the NFL does it. You can't contact players till a certain time, and you can't, like, there's interference rules with free agency that if you get caught, they take some draft picks or something. I'm not exactly sure of the ins and outs of the policy, but I know every once in a while I hear it happening. But how are you going to stop players from contacting each other? I mean, all they have to do is, oh, it's crazy. We met at the same club and we talked for 3 hours. Didn't know he was going to be there. That's all you got to do. You don't have to call the guy directly. You're fucking millionaires. Hey, I'm going to be at some club in L.A. tonight. The guy tweets that out. Boom. There's LeBron magically sitting in the VIP section waiting for him.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, hey, I had no idea you were going to be here, even though you put it on Twitter.
My name's LeBron. So, well.
I mean, but
there we go.
But ultimately, what does it do? Who does it? The NBA is the teams that are pissed are the teams that don't have the ability to make a super team. But also the teams that don't have the ability to make a super team, for the most part, they're not high profile teams. No one's crying because Detroit Pistons aren't a super team. Pistons fans, but outside of Detroit, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit what the Magic are doing. I mean, it's just nature of the beast, man. And Golden State, their best players they got through the draft. Am I correct?
That's correct.
I mean,
except Kevin Durant.
That's the point. I mean, to me, it's like if you build through the draft, that's a different story. When you have one player who's a quote-unquote superstar and he recruits other superstars to come there, now you're flirting with the whole super team mentality.
Yep. Yeah, when you turn it into a recruitment drive. Yeah, that's where it comes in. So I guess we'll see. It's long season ahead, just starting tonight. We'll know by fucking April how this shit turned out. Maybe it's just one team dominating everybody and three, kind of like Gordon Hayward. Wah, wah. So we'll see how this shit plays out. A lot of basketball to be played from now until April. So, should we just get right into the football weekend, gentlemen? I mean, there's not really much else going on. Anything else we wanted to hit before we do the football?
Nah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, we can jump into college football and
talk about how Michigan's going to get out this weekend. Oh, they're going to get fucked. It's going to be a sexual assault on national TV.
All right, before we just kill the Wolverines, holy shit, college. You know what, though? With the shit that's happened this last weekend, I don't know how the hell they can keep ranking these teams the way they do. I'm serious. Clemson got smoked by a fucking unranked, Syracuse team, and they're still ranked high. I don't get it.
I don't know, man. I mean, if you want to fucking rant against how college football is ranked, I'll go ahead and mute my mic and let you do it. They've never come up with anything that satisfies anybody. The only thing that satisfies anybody about college football is the product on the field. But if you got a fucking huge, thick ass Coke can cock, but you can't fucking make a bitch come, what's the point?
You don't think it's fair that Clemson went from 2 to 7? I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty apropos.
2 to 7. You lose to an unranked team.
Yeah, that's 5 spots. You know what you got to do to fall 5 spots? You got to lose to an unranked team. I mean, when you're up that high.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really, they went from almost the top of the top 10 and they're almost out of it. I mean, I get behind that.
I can't, because you went from being in the playoff to still having a playoff hunt, and you lost to an unranked fucking team. Michigan lost to an unranked Spartans team and dropped way out, almost off the fucking list. They're 19th.
No, Michigan dropped 2 spots because it took them overtime to beat Indiana. That's why Michigan fell 2 spots.
You see my point? They still won the game, but they dropped spots.
Hey, what you guys saying over the weekend? Michigan wasn't going to fall because Clemson lost? You said the rankings weren't going to go anywhere?
I tried to keep that, and that's probably why I'm so pissed tonight. I don't get how this shit works. I feel like that old lady on the commercial. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You win, and you still fall spots.
You look at the top 5 teams, except for the U and South Florida, they're all the undefeated teams. And then UCF, where the fuck that is.
I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. I don't understand how it works.
I mean, I get you with the rankings, but it seems pretty cut and dry this week. The top 5 teams are all undefeated. I could say that I could see the method to their madness, so to speak. Because who's top 5? Wisconsin, TCU, Georgia, Penn State, Alabama. In both polls. I mean, those are your undefeated powerhouses, man. I mean, the U wins one more game, they'll be right in there with them. They'll be number 6. They'll tell OSU to go take a fucking hike.
Dude, Ohio State got beat by an unranked Oklahoma team that got shot up to the top 5 because they beat Ohio State, has dropped to number 9, and Ohio State now is number 6. Ohio State, who got beat by Oklahoma, is now number 6, and Oklahoma, who beat Ohio State, is number 9. Get the fuck out of here.
Sure. We could sit here and chase our tail on this, but Oklahoma's 5-1, Ohio State's 6-1. I mean, we could look at schedules, but then we're going to turn this into the college football podcast.
Like I said, I'm just going to leave it alone because I have no idea how that shit works, and I can't put a rationale on it. Like I just told you, the team that beat Ohio State is ranked behind Ohio State. The fuck is that, man? Nah.
Look at their schedule. Look at their schedule. There's probably a reason for that. They've also played one less game than Ohio State.
Dude, I don't give a shit about their schedules. Oklahoma beat Ohio State. Oklahoma should be ranked above Ohio State. I don't care if they're 25 and 24.
So by your philosophy, Michigan State should be ranked above Michigan.
Michigan State should be ranked above Michigan. You're right.
So if Oklahoma, their hardest game this season was Ohio State, and the rest of the time they played nothing but fucking cream puff teams, even though Ohio State has a stronger schedule, that one loss to Oklahoma should make Oklahoma above Ohio State for the rest of the season, regardless of the strength of schedule.
As long as their win-loss record is better than or equal to Ohio State, yes, Oklahoma should be ranked above Ohio State. Because they didn't just beat them, dude. They blew them the fuck out. It was 31-16 that game. It wasn't even close, my friend. And they have the same win-loss record. I don't give a damn about the schedule. Matched up head-to-head, Oklahoma fucking pounced Ohio State.
Dude, Oklahoma has played one ranked team. Guess who it was? They played UTEP, Tulane, fucking Baylor, Illinois State, and Texas. Get the fuck out of here. Let's look at Ohio State's fucking schedule now. Well, not any better. Ohio State, the only ranked team they played is Oklahoma. They beat Indiana, Army, UNLV, Rutgers, Maryland, and Nebraska. But what you can look at is you can look at the scores. Ohio State beat Indiana 49-21. They beat Army 38-7. They beat UNLV 54-21. They beat Rutgers 56-0. They beat Maryland 62-14. They beat Nebraska 56-14.
Okay, and they beat UTEP 56-7. They beat Ohio State 31-16. Beat Tulane 56-14. Where's your point? Bottom line, boil it down to the brass tacks.
My point is they beat Baylor 49-41. They lost to Illinois State 38-31. They beat Texas 29-24. Ohio State's offense is putting up more and Oklahoma's defense is letting more in. That's why Ohio State is probably ranked higher.
Yeah, whatever. I'm letting it go. That's stupid.
Okay. So let's talk about how Michigan's going to get fucking housed on Saturday. Because good God, man. What's that?
Michigan's getting fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Penn State has had an enormous chip on their shoulder because of that Sandusky shit, and they've let it show ever since, because those kids were getting penalized for shit that they had absolutely nothing to do with, and it's their time, and they are letting it show, man. That is a hell of a football team.
I'm just gonna kind of gloss over some of the insane shit you just said and keep it on football here. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be like a football version of a Brazzers video on Saturday. I mean, Penn State's ranked number 2. I mean, when you see them play, I mean, they look like they might be playing in the national championship game if they keep the level they're playing at up.
I'm telling you, dude, it's Penn State, Wisconsin, Ohio State, 4 losses for Michigan this season. I had the feeling before the season started. To me, the litmus test was the State game. If they had won 14-10, I would be sitting here going, they're going to get fucking trucked by Penn State, Wisconsin, and Ohio State. If they went in there and fucking took it to Michigan State like they took it to Rutgers last season. I mean, obviously not that fucking score. That was ridiculous, but. I mean, if they just fucking controlled that game and the only time State put up any points was garbage time, then, I'd have a different feeling. But, I mean, dude, this team just doesn't have it. This team just does not have it. Harbaugh was brought in to be a quarterback coach and to bring back the heyday of the elite Michigan quarterback and be the quarterback whisperer. And the only thing that you can really say about this fucking team that's like above average is their defense. But it's not a historically great defense. It's not an elite defense. Even though it's funny listening to not last week's but the State game. The announcers for Michigan were calling their defense elite, and I was wondering, what fucking game are you watching? I mean, seriously. You want to get right down to it. Yeah, okay, they haven't allowed more than 17 points in a game up till last week. But that was against Florida. Mm-hmm. Indiana took them to overtime.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's not going to be pretty, and maybe fortunately, there's a lot of Michigan fans who, when I talk to them, they get pissed off at me. What are you doing? Why are you shitting on Harbaugh? Why are you saying he should be on the hot seat? He hasn't even been here, 4 full seasons. Give him 4 full seasons. Let him actually get players that he recruited and coached up, for a couple of years in there. It's like, yeah, I get that, but I mean, at a certain point, you have to admit that this isn't the coach that you thought you were getting. It's just not, And for all the talk, I'm sorry, but going back to the Bo days of winning the Big Ten and then losing in the Rose Bowl, that's not good enough for me. Not after all this bullshit and build-up that they had with Mr. Jesus and khakis here.
Yeah, they don't look good. They don't look. They say 1997. He ain't Lloyd Carr. I mean, it's just I watch him and I kind of see what I see when I see the Lions. If you go to the playoffs, you'll be one and done. Like, I see Michigan going to the Nobody Cares Bowl. To be fair, they might be playing Michigan State in it. But, I mean, yeah.
Dude, there were expectations for this season, not just from me, but from Michigan fans from the college football world, was Michigan minimum go in and win the Big Ten. And that doesn't even look realistic at this point. I mean, it's just, there's no way. I'm not putting them above Ohio State. I'm not putting them above Penn State. Now, hey, if they go in and they just fucking rock Penn State, I'll be happy. But I don't think it's fucking very likely. Damn sure wouldn't put any money on it. So, they are what they are. And I think Harbaugh is getting way more of a pass than he probably should be getting. I mean, his record is basically exactly the same as Brady Hoke's through this many games. Yeah, he didn't have a Rich Rod type holy shit season to start off with, but I mean, you're supposed to come in and you're supposed to make us, dominant from the get-go. And I keep hearing, okay, I heard, 3 years it's going to be on. What's the third year? Now I'm hearing the fans go, oh, well, fourth year, it's on. Okay, well, if it doesn't happen next year, how many years do we have to wait for it to be on, motherfucker?
Yeah, it's college football. We got time to bleed.
Exactly.
But quite honestly, I mean, now I have the same opinion of Michigan State this year. Like, their defense looks like it's back, but again, I mean, I just keep coming back to the second half of that Michigan State team, how awful both of those offenses look. I mean, shit, you had five gimmies, Michigan State, and you didn't convert them, you know? So, I mean, Rich, it sounds like we both share the same kind of bleak outlook for our prospective adopted college teams this year.
Well, I mean, this is what I would say. D'Antonio's an elite college football head coach. Harbaugh isn't. Yeah, you know.
Ooh, shots fired.
Last year was a dumpster fire for State. But even if I was a State fan, I'd be like, all right, man. Now I know it's capable that you can have a season like this, but you better not have it again. And you better not have another one right after the, back-to-back seasons like this.
Yeah, well, they win one more, they double their win total from last season.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know a lot of people that were saying, "Oh, State's going to come out and they're going to be lucky to get 4 or 5 wins." I'm like, all right.
I might have been one of them. Just after last year, I was a little disheartened after last season. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, but I mean, people sit here and they sing the praises of Nick Saban, but let's be honest. Saban was the head coach of the fucking Spartans. What did he do with them? Nothing.
No,
I mean,
got him ready for John L. Smith. That's what he did.
And are we? I understand that we turned a blind eye in college football to the recruiting practices of the top tier teams, but that just shows you that you give Saban a school that maybe breaks or bends the rules at a less than average clip than most of the fucking top 25, perennially ranked top 25 teams. He can't do shit. He goes to Alabama in the SEC where the money's flying around like a goddamn strip club after a fucking lottery winner goes there. And yeah, boom, all of a sudden he can win. Best team money can buy. I mean, come the fuck on, man. That's why D'Antonio doesn't coach a team, doesn't coach my team, will never coach my team. I absolutely do not like the team he coaches, but you know what? He's elite. Look what he's done with what he's been given. When Saban had the same opportunity, he couldn't do it. Harbaugh's been given more just by having that block M on the side of those fucking on all the letterheads he sends out to high school students.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, he has pulled, just Belichick levels of bending rules and stretching rules to the breaking point to get recruits, to the point where the NCAA has come out and changed the rules to stop him from doing it for more than one season. And where's that showing? 3 years in, where are we seeing it? His number one quarterback goes down. His backup quarterback's a 23, 24-year-old kid who and what played at Houston? Okay. That's who we're hanging our hopes on? Come on, man. This is the quarterback whisperer?
23, 24. Was he a walk-on? Shouldn't he be done by now?
That's what I'm saying.
NFL?
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't know. I said it last week, but, I'm definitely saying it this week. This Illinois game convinced me all I needed all the convincing of. Indiana game convinced me of all the convincing I needed. The State's going to finish higher in the rankings, and at this point, they should. That's just all there is to it. So I know all those Wolverine, Kool-Aid drinkers, they ain't going to be happy, but all right. You guys want to give him another season? I'm very much a very vocal, but also a very small minority of Michigan fans who are like, I think his ass needs to have some fire up under it right now.
Yeah.
But this
hot seat.
We're sitting here 6 games through next season, and we're in the same fucking position. Nope. Any Michigan fan that's like, oh, we got to give him 5 years, you're full of shit. If this was Rich Rod, you'd have drummed him out, and you did drum Brady Hoke out. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Hey, while we're talking about Kool-Aid drinkers, how about them Lions, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
14-2.
I'm tired of being right.
Lions are just like everybody else in the NFL. They can't avoid injury. It happens.
I guess. But, I mean, dude, New Orleans, I got to give New Orleans credit. Their defense has gotten their shit together after their first 2 games. Their first 2 games, that defense was awful in the last 3 games. You know, I'm not saying it's Bounty Gate-esque, but it definitely looks a lot better than it did the first couple games. But, man, Drew Brees, huh?
Well, let me bring up something.
The old guy still got it.
Let me bring up something that seems to me has been overlooked in the Lions talk from the last game. Why the fuck was Stafford still in that game? Why are you keeping the highest paid player who's already hurt in a game when they would have had to make the most historic comeback in the history of the NFL to win that game?
They almost did.
Almost? What was the final score?
It's 50-40 something. I don't know.
You sure about that?
Bye.
Yeah. We were a touchdown away, Rich, and then we were backed up to our own end zone, and ball got tipped and intercepted in the end zone.
52-38.
Exactly. That wasn't a defense that lost you that game. That was that offense. Stafford was out there, not 100%, trying to make the most historic comeback that would ever have happened ever in the NFL. And that defense had already proven that he was their bitch for that day and continued to prove it. Don't care how... This ain't hand grenades and horseshoes, baby. I don't care how close you are. You didn't fucking pull up next to him. You never tied the game. You never led in the game. You didn't come back and win the game. You've got a quarterback who's out there fucking hobbled already, and you're going to keep throwing him out there for what reason? Because I'm going to tell you what.
Contract.
Caldwell better not better hope that, or better thank whatever God he believes in that Stafford didn't get hurt and didn't is not going to miss any games because of his bullshit decision to keep him in that game. Because if he would have, speaking of contracts, later for him, you ain't coming back as head coach.
He just signed an extension.
And they can't fire a coach no matter what the fuck he just signed?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Later for him, I mean, dude, there's a point where Stafford 100%, fine. Half the offensive line was on the fucking bench. They couldn't protect him. He's injured already. And you're throwing him out there saying, we need a fucking miracle, literally a miracle to win this game. A comeback that's never been seen before in the history of this game. To me, that's playing fast and loose with your fucking future right there.
I agree.
Future. That's playing fast and loose with the present. Because if Stafford goes down and he's done for the season, Rodgers Part 2, who the fuck does the Lions have? Because they don't have any offensive weapons of any name.
Who's his backup nowadays?
Radek.
Rudock.
Rudock, whatever.
Take Stafford off that offense, and who the fuck is the superstar? Who the fuck is the guy that is going to make plays no matter who's throwing to him or who's handing the ball to him? They don't have that type of offense. Now, all this talk about, that since what's-his-face came over from, I forget the GM's name, but since he came over from New England, he's drafted for depth. They have the most players. Yeah, they have the most players in the top 250 players in the NFL. Well, we're about to see how much depth they have.
Yeah, we don't have the depth. We don't have the depth. Jared Davis went down. We didn't have a linebacker to stop him, back him up. Zeke went down. We didn't have a defensive end to back his spot up. Fucking Quinn's down. We don't have a safety to back his spot up. Matt Stafford's hurt. Going to play, but he's fucking hurt. We don't have a quarterback to back his ass up. Yeah, we don't have depth.
I believe Rob Schneider said it best in The Water Boy when he said, "Oh no, we suck again."
Yeah, that's about it.
That's pretty much how I feel after this week. And they saw it coming too. And God damn it, still every Sunday I still sit there with a glimmer of hope at 12:59, and then oh god damn it! Oh, I'm not Lions free yet.
It's like I said, it's theirs to lose. This is their season. There's no big blocks in the season, and they're finding a way. It's the Lions. They find their way. It's through injury, but
here's the deal though. The NFC Central NFC North, totally gift wrap for them.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Done. All right, Bears. Yeah, we'll see. But it looks like right now, you ask me who's going to win division. I'll tell you just by watching them play. I'm going to tell you the Vikings. If the Lions who played the first 2 weeks are going to show up, maybe the Lions. But I mean, from what I've just seen in general, I mean, unless one thing I will give the Pack is we remember what happened when this guy named Brett Favre went away. Got injured. This unknown kid named Aaron Rodgers showed up, and we were like, "Oh, well, this should be good." Watch this guy. And now,
don't try to set that narrative. Aaron Rodgers studied under Brett Favre for many a moon.
But we talk about culture a lot with this team out of Boston. I don't think we talk culture enough about this team out of Green Bay. You think that they're a contender every year on accident? Every year I've been alive, it's pretty much been Green Bay's division to lose. Every now and then the Bears and Vikings won the division.
Right. I mean, but in the 90s they had Brett Favre, and in the 2000s they had Aaron Rodgers. Now they don't have any. This is the first time since 92 that one of those two aren't starting.
Aaron Rodgers didn't start playing until like 11, 12 years ago. Aaron Rodgers is still, in the grand scheme of things, relatively new to the Green Bay Packers. I'm just saying, it's a culture over there. Don't count this kid out for the rest of the season. They said the last time the Packers didn't have Aaron Rodgers, they went 6-3.
This kid's only been in the Packers organization for 3 years, man.
I'm aware, but what I'm saying is it's a culture, man. Who the fuck was the backup that they went 6-3 under? I don't know. The point is they went 6-3 with Aaron Rodgers' backup. That's my point. Insert, white boy from, Midwest here as his backup. It's just saying, it's probably, I don't think, we jerk New England off all the time about a culture and a system, and I don't think we give enough of that love to Green Bay. I'm saying this kid might be all right.
Wait a minute, Earl, you saying that Rodgers' backup's only been with the Packers system for 3 years?
Yeah,
that's how long fucking Rodgers was in. It was his backup in the fucking team. 3 fucking years. 5 season, 2005, 6, and 7. 2008 season he took over.
Really?
Yes. 2008, Favre went to the Jets. 2009, he came back to the NFC North and played for the Vikings.
I thought I had an awesome time in my 20s, ICEman. Sounds like you had a way awesomer time.
He didn't. That's the sad part.
No, I did. I was with women too much. My bad.
I'm too busy getting laid to watch football, guys.
Yeah, okay, well, Ario, whatever.
Man, there's 6 other days of the week you can be fucking. Sundays are for football. But I'm just saying, don't count out this Hundley kid, because Green Bay, man, the team, the town owns the team. That's a culture in Green Bay, man. And team but NFC North, gift wrap for the Lions, they'll probably fucking blow it. Let's talk about some of these other. Let's talk.
If the Lions get healthy, the Lions will win the NFC North. If they don't,
this is a stereotypical Lions fan.
Yeah.
Too many fucking ifs in that sentence for my liking. They have no excuse to not win the NFC North at this point.
Rich, I said that this whole season. This is it. This is their season. There is no huge roadblock that they're going to play. No big team where I'm like, ooh. No, there's none of that this season for them. Playoffs, different story, different season. This whole season, this whole thing, there was no way that they couldn't. They found a way. They are the fucking Detroit Lions. They found a way to fuck it up. It's through injury that they're doing that. If they get healthy, they win out. If they don't, well, it's the Lions.
Oh, just too many built-in excuses from Lions fans, and I've heard it all fucking week here in Detroit.
It's not a built-in excuse. It's reality.
It's just too many built-in excuses, dude. It's, injuries. You didn't lose the equivalent of Aaron Rodgers on your team.
Yes, we did, dude. Our team is our defense, and our defense is just riddled with fucking injury right now. Our defense is our team, and because of injury,
talk about. Hey, you know what? Just always wrap it up about the Lions and go. We'll see. That's pretty much it.
That's all I can say.
Hey, the guaranteed we won't win or lose next week. Undefeated against the bye. We got that going for us. Maybe this defense can get healthy. I will give you that one, Earl. For the love of God, I don't know why. But when the first stringers are out there, the defense looks good. But our problem is depth, man. And we'll leave it at that. We'll talk about some of these other teams. Hey, let's go with the other team in the game. How about those Saints, huh? Weren't we writing them off 2 or 3 weeks ago?
I'm still writing them off.
They're 3-2.
Boy, they sure love playing that spoiler that I called them before the season started, don't they, Earl?
Whatever. They didn't play the spoiler. Fucking injuries played the spoiler. I have fact to back that up. First game we played them, we fucking annihilated him and Breeze. Didn't throw one fucking touchdown. Not one. Thank you. Next.
What are you talking about? What first game did they play?
We played the Saints already.
No, we didn't.
Bro, are you high right now?
Little bit. Shut up.
We played Arizona. We played who's after Arizona? We played Arizona, Carolina. We played the Vikings. Yeah, we've not played the Saints till this week.
Unless you meet in the playoffs, you don't play the same team out of your division twice in a season. So I don't know what first game you're talking about. Once again, get out of the DeLorean and stop going for rides with Doc Brown. You're fucking up your timeline.
But yeah, the Saints they're all of a sudden they're in second place in their division, tied with the Falcons. Well, we'll get to them. But yeah, man. I mean, Drew Brees showing he's got some shit left in the tank, man. And AP going to the Cardinals. I mean, because it showed Mark Ingram and what's his name, Kamara got the backfield. I mean, I guess don't count them out. But let's talk about.
I mean, I'm
not counting them in.
I have faith that as long as you have Drew Brees, you have a fucking puncher's chance of winning the game. However, I ain't ready to fucking start singing, this is the second coming of AP just because he went out to Arizona and had one game. You're going to have to do that more. You're going to have to do that more than once in the season for me to fucking sing your praises, homeboy.
But didn't he get more touches in that game than he got in New Orleans? I guess that's the one defense I'll make for him. Yeah, like he got more touches in 1 week with the Cardinals than he got in 5 weeks with the Saints.
That's why he went to Arizona.
I understand
one defense I'll give him.
I understand that, but he was still the number one running back when he came back in Minnesota, and he wasn't doing the shit that he was doing. He's been on the decline. Look, just because a player on the decline shows some signs of life every once in a while doesn't mean they're back. And you already got people ready to fucking pencil him in as fucking comeback player of the year. It's one game, folks. Everybody calm the fuck down, all right? And it's a game that, let's be honest, don't really mean shit in the grand scheme of things. It's a win, and that's always important in the end.
Yeah.
Sorry, this cold's kicking my ass, and I got to keep muting it to keep from coughing in people's fucking ears. It's a win, and a win always means something in the NFL. But it's not a fucking game that decides whether they go to the playoffs. It's not a playoff game.
Hey, Chris, we got to take this with a grain of salt. He's just bitter that it was against the Bucks.
Oh, we'll get to that, Kate. Well,
what the fuck am I bitter about? I wasn't the one saying the Bucks were going to go 14-2.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I told you what they needed to do this season, and then I told you they're going to be fucking most likely 8-8.
Yeah, what do you think? Well, I mean, it's the same game. I mean, what do you think? What's going on there, Rich? With the fucking ears?
What's going on there is I have no fucking idea what's going on there. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that the so-called locker room leadership that Winston was shown to have during Hard Knocks wasn't a carefully crafted through editing creation of the NFL for the sake of trying to pump him up as, the new hotness. Mm-hmm. I mean, they kind of tried to do the same thing with Cam Newton, but every time he turns around, Cam Newton shoots himself in the foot with it somehow.
Just what I see is he does have that leadership. He really does. Speaking of Winston, he does. He just doesn't have the extraordinary talent that he's going to need to back that up. Combine that with what the fucking's on the coach, it's where they're at.
Well, I mean, dude, it's real simple. He has weapons. He has potential Pro Bowl offensive weapons. It's not a Stafford situation. It's not like he doesn't have players to throw to that it's like, oh, they should come down with the ball. I mean, dude, he's got a deep threat in Deshaun Jackson. He's got Mike Evans. There's really no reason why.
He's got the muscle hamster. I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
If this was muscle hamster from 2-3 seasons ago, that'd be a different story. But, I mean, I don't know, man. And that defense, to give up that many fucking yards against Adrian Peterson, that's a telltale sign to me. When a defense can't stop the run, that's a soft defense. Mm-hmm. That's all there is to it.
Well, I think that's all too, but Arizona's known for, wrong defense. Never mind. Talk about Tampa Bay. Sorry, I was reading.
And I don't know. Like I said, I've been sick all this week. Besides dozing on and off in front of the TV on Sunday, I didn't get to watch as intensely and intently as I would have liked to watch the games I wanted to watch. But
I took a big nap from like noon to 4 on Sunday unintentionally, so I missed a whole bunch of football myself.
Yeah. I mean, Tampa is what Tampa is, man. I mean, they should make forward progress, and if they're going to make forward progress is winning their division or getting a wild card spot. And this doesn't look like a team that's going to do that. It doesn't even look like a team that's going to finish 500.
Yeah, there's issues.
I could see 8-8, but let's move on. There are plenty other games, dude. How about the Fish? Huh? And what's going on with the Falcons? All of a sudden, the Dolphins, we dismissed as hot garbage, are 3-2, and the Falcons have lost 2 in a row, 1 to Buffalo, 1 to the Dolphins. I mean,
dude,
are we buying the Dolphins?
With the Lions hurt and the Fish fucking beating Falcon, I give up, dude. I live in a world where the fucking toilet bowl beat Baltimore with a rookie quarterback. I quit. I figuring it out. Yeah. Good luck.
I mean, are we buying the Fish? Are we buying Cutler?
Oh, absolutely not. Not even close.
Or are the Falcons just collapsing? Are the Falcons having the Super Bowl hangover?
The Super Bowl hangover, I think they have a fucking season starting hangover. I don't know what that. If we were talking about Tampa Bay having all the right pieces and Pro Bowlers, come on, man. The Falcons have it all over the place. Fucking defense, offense, the fucking kicker, everywhere. There is no reason that team should lose like this. None. Especially to fucking Miami with fucking Cutler.
And Julio Jones, man. Is he ever going to have a bust-out year? He always seems like he's primed to have this crazy prime year, and he just always seems to be a warm bowl of it. I mean, he has moments, don't get me wrong, but...
Julio Jones reminds me of Randy Moss.
Yeah, Randy Moss ended up with, a ring before he retired. Julio Jones...
Fucking Randy Moss had to travel everywhere to get a ring.
Julio Jones had a chance to play for one at this point. But just moving on, I mean, the Vikings and the Packers, I mean, I'm telling you, man, look out for the Vikings. They're 4-2 without their starting quarterback. Just putting that out there.
Well, the Vikings are in that, NFC North. So, I mean, at this point, on paper, injuries or no, it's the Lions to lose. But in reality, we all know how this goes. We all know how this goes.
Seen this movie before.
We'll see at the end of November.
Like the Pats and the Jets. Looking like an old school Pats-Jets matchup. I thought Rex Ryan was on the sideline.
Kind of scary.
Yeah.
All right, before we get too far into it, was it a catch? Was it a touchdown? Yes or no?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, my goodness. The most controversial catch of the game.
Again, if it's a 1 o'clock game, I slept through it.
You're killing me, Smalls.
No, would you like to elaborate?
Yes, I'm going to find the story. The Jets versus the Pats. There was a catch. It was called a touchdown on the field. And then it was reversed because they didn't realize that it was a bobbled catch. Here, I got it right here. It was so stupid. I was like, that's a fucking catch. If I've ever seen a catch, it's a catch. And we all know how I feel about fucking Belichick and the Patriots. And I'm telling you it was a catch. That shit was a catch. I don't care what they say. There you go.
I'm going to watch this shit. See how this goes.
You're going to have to watch it like 5 times before you can tell me if it's a catch or not. And here's the thing. This goes back to the Golden Tate catch. This is the Megatron rule of catch. You have to have irrefutable proof, evidence that can be overturned, because I want you to understand it was called a touchdown on the field.
So this is another process thing?
Yeah. This is them saying that he lost the handle on the football and didn't get it back by the time he was out of bounds or over the line.
One day this goddamn commercial will be over. Wow.
Anybody can, whether you can argue if it's a catch or not, you can't tell me there's enough there to tell me that you can overturn it and say it's not a touchdown. And I think that's what gets lost in these issues. The Tate catch, the Megatron, this catch with the Jets and others. You have to have indisputable proof. You have to know it for a fact, and it can't be debatable at all. And it's not the case in this one. And the bitch of it is, they even went to New York to have it reviewed and came back and overturned the fucking call. It's like bullshit.
All right. This is twice. Oh, here we go. Sports Illustrated website, not exactly.
And therein lies my point, right there. In that response, you don't have to say anything else to me.
Well, he looks like he doesn't have...
No, see,
like
your initial response.
He doesn't have control over it.
You're right. But your initial response tells me everything I need to know. You can't overturn that. Okay, for example, if it was called incomplete or not a touchdown or a touchback or whatever, I couldn't argue that you have to, that's a touchdown. I could not come to you and go, Chris, that's a fucking touchdown. They got to overturn this. No, I couldn't do that. There is not enough evidence to overturn the call on the field. All they had to do, and what they should have done, was said, upon further review, the play stands as called, which means there wasn't undebatable proof that it wasn't a catch.
But there isn't that there was either. That's the thing.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the way that this rule is worded. It has to be undisputable proof. And when you don't have it, you have to go with the call on the field. And the call on the field was a fucking touchdown. Why is it such a big deal?
Or is this the scoring review rule? Which rule did they use as the scapegoat?
They used the rule that upon further review, the call was overturned.
Well, yeah, if that's the scoring review rule, I mean, then that's what they do. That's what I'm saying. Remember, as of 2 years ago, every scoring replay gets reviewed?
Right. But if you can't, without a shadow of a doubt, claim that he didn't get control of the ball and have it when he crossed the line, and only the tip of the ball has to penetrate the front of that line, then you have to go with the call on the field. You have to. That's the way it's written. Anybody who's watched this knows that they should have just came out and said, after further review, the play stands as called. Period. Done.
Sorry. I mean, it looks like it was in the air when he hit the pylon. It looks like he didn't regain control until he hit the ground, which is probably why they called it back. I don't know, man.
He regained control way before that. These are bad angles on Sports Illustrated's website, but I looked at this for ad nauseum, as Rich would say, online and on TV and on the four-letter network and everything else. There's just no way to say he didn't have control. Now, do you know what they did call?
What's that?
The fact that he lost control and it went out of the back of the end zone? A fucking touchback, dude. They took it away from him and away from the Jets. Took away the score and gave it to the fucking Patriots. And it would have been a game-tying touchdown. It's like I wanted to go and give the Jets a hug like I'm from Detroit. I know how you feel. It's happened to us, a couple of times.
Yeah, sucks.
Yeah. There's no way. Like I said, you can't overturn that call. If it would have been fumbled out of the end zone touchback, you can't overturn that. You can't look at that replay and go, I think he regained control. I think it's a touchdown. Call overturn. You can't.
Well, they did. So let's move on. Redskins made the 49ers so close, like every week. They're going to get one. They're going to get one way before Cleveland. They're a much better football team than Cleveland.
Well, they took Hoyer out, put Beathard in. They've got a fucking future with Beathard. I can tell you that right now.
And the Redskins, Kirk Cousins, man. I mean, that guy, he just performed. That guy just performed. With 330 yards, 2 TDs. I mean, he got the money. So they gave him the franchise tag. Bears against the Ravens.
Really?
Wow.
Really? Yeah. Trubinsky's that good? Really?
The Ravens just have an off week.
No, they didn't. Because their off week was against Jacksonville, where they didn't score a fucking point. I don't know what the fuckins this was. I can't even.
Maybe the Ravens just aren't as good as we thought they were.
Okay, I'll go there. I'd rather go there than saying that fucking Chicago is fucking awesome with the rookie quarterback.
Oh, we didn't talk about Thursday night. Rich, are you back with us? I know he stepped away for a minute. No, he's not. All right, so we'll talk about the Browns and the Texans. I mean...
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is an awesome fantasy player.
Cleveland, huh?
It's the Browns, man. If you expect that Tom Brady and Belichick and the Patriots are going to be in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl hunt, you are absolutely assured that the Cleveland Browns aren't going to make the playoffs. They might not even hit 500. They probably won't hit 500.
At this point, Cleveland should play for the draft.
At this point, Cleveland should play for Canadian Football League.
Their whole team is just fucking hot garbage.
It's
garbage.
It's like a dumpster fire that's been set like many moons ago, and somebody just keeps coming back and relighting the ashes. Like, what is that? A visual?
Yeah, it's the world's shittiest Phoenix. How about the first place Los Angeles Rams?
Okay, say that again.
No one said that for 30 years. The first place Los Angeles Rams.
What the fuck? Fisher, go hide. If you ever show your face around an NFL team again, they're going to laugh at you. How do you go from just a terrible team that no city wants to the first place team with a quarterback that was said not good enough to start? Jeff, dude, you were crying somewhere. I know you are.
Yeah, it seems that coaching switch has made a difference.
Oh, did it ever? In both places, in Jacksonville and fucking Los Angeles.
Yeah, Jacksonville, even though they lost, they're 3-3. Usually Jacksonville is a punchline by this point in the season.
Yeah, but Fournette is for real, I think. If we're talking that AP can't come back and be who he was, I'm going to say Fournette's on the rise.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Fournette's the real deal, man. He's been pretty consistent. He's pretty much the star of that Jacksonville offense. I mean, here is the next game up, man. The surprise of the week. The Steelers are the Chief Killers.
Oh no, the Chiefs were due to lose fucking the first week of the season, so they just took a week off. That's all that was.
But weren't they even at Arrowhead?
They were.
Yeah, I mean, Steelers, that was kind of a statement. They went into Arrowhead and beat the best team in the league at the moment.
Yeah, they did kind of make their, okay, we've righted our ship.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to Los Angeles for a minute, though. Jared Goff, dude, seriously. He couldn't throw to his own team last year if his life depended on it. It was terrible to watch him play. It was like, I feel bad. I feel so bad. He should be on Cleveland. That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, dude can't miss, man.
Yeah.
And if he gets tired, he just hands it to Gurley, who's been rejuvenated somehow.
Dude, he's been the guy, man.
Jeff.
Yeah.
If there was ever just a huge example of will a coaching change make that big of a difference, look at the Rams, man. Because that's about the only thing that's changed.
That's true. Like I said, they added Sammy Watkins, but he's done nothing. He's had one good game.
But I mean, now, when you had the moratorium on the Jets because they were just terrible last year, and when we looked at LA, it was the same thing. It was like, oh, they can't get anything going, And now with Jeff gone, it's like they're just absolutely awesome. So I got to wonder if it wasn't so much that they sucked as players or if they just hated Jeff Fisher. Because Case Keenum, was the starter on the Rams offense, and he couldn't get him going, just like Goff couldn't. He was a little bit better than Goff, but he still couldn't get him going. Now he's in Minnesota just lighting everything on fire. Mm-hmm. So maybe it was just Jeff Fisher. Do you see my point?
Maybe, man. Maybe. Let's talk about the Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers, they did it.
Do we have to?
Well, actually, no. They won their second game. The Raiders, man. I mean, I told you, man. Derek Carr wasn't going to be his best. Beast mode. I mean, do we say wah? Oh, do we sound the alarm yet on him?
Oh, I think we do. What is it, 5 games in?
We're 6 games in.
Right. And
we're coming into week 7.
Yeah, and you're not even a 40-degree day. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's another team that has no excuse to lose. You got all the right people in all the right places, and you can't get a win over – really? Really? Over the age-old Chargers? Another team that no city wants? Really? You have a killer defense. You have fucking amazing wide receivers. Beast mode in the running back. Derek Carr is your God-sent savior as a quarterback, and you can't beat the Chargers. Meh.
Hey, but Melvin Gordon went off, man.
Man did tee off. You're right.
Yeah, but, I mean, Raiders, sorry. I mean, we said it before, we'll say it again. Maybe next year. You're 2-4.
Beast mode? Here, hold my beer.
Yeah. But how about, well, I don't know if Rich is still with us, but we'll talk about the 2 night games, or all the night games here right in a row. Start with Thursday night. The Eagles, huh? Is that the best team in the NFC, man? It has to be at the moment.
It's scarily looking like the old Eagles with like a couple of steroid injections, honestly. Because the only Eagles teams that I can remember that look this good are with Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, they look Andy Reid era.
They do, but they look better than that. To me. I mean, just to me. Carson Wentz is exactly who people thought he should be. He's not even close to the word bust. You know what I mean? And Alshon Jeffries catches anything near him. And their defense is just solid, rock solid.
You just got to stay healthy, man. That's Jeffrey's issue.
Well, I mean, that's everybody's issue. Everybody's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
it's been a year of injuries.
It is. I was about to say, I don't remember a season where so many superstars have gone down with injury, serious and probably season-ending injuries. Odell Beckham broke that ankle. He's done. He all done.
But the Giants still beat the Broncos? I mean, that's the surprise of the week, right? Sunday Night Football.
There was a lot of them. There were so many of them, and I wasn't so shocked on Sunday night after the week of football. I was like, there's another. Put that on the board.
I mean, we thought the Giants, I called that our butt fuck of the week.
No.
And,
No. I heard that. But did you see what happened, though, in New York? Get ready for the resurgence. McAdoo handed off the play calling. He is no longer the head coach and the offensive coordinator now. And now all of a sudden, Eli knows how to fucking scramble and get outside the pocket and run away from the rush that's coming at him. For the first 5 weeks, he just stood there and was like, blow the whistle! Blow the whistle!
Made the Lions look good.
Lions were good. Lions had a great defense. I'm telling you, man, if they get healthy again, don't count them out. But they got to get healthy. As anybody else, man, anybody else in the league. That's what I was getting back to that point. I was saying, Odell Beckham, gone. Aaron Rodgers, gone. I could do this all day with all of the people that were hurt.
Shepard gone.
Brandon
Marshall, is he still? He's still injured. Yeah.
Sanders.
It doesn't like to see the move there, Rich.
Yeah. Just kind of wandered back in like I've been here the whole time.
We'll see, man. I mean, but I was just surprised that they didn't just it wasn't like, oh, the Giants win.
And as Rich reappears, Chris disappears. That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I love these technical issues we're having tonight.
Well, at least they're funny.
I swear to fucking God, somebody's fucking with the equipment at the studio when he's not there. Maybe his old lady's tired of all these podcasts. She's like, you ain't making enough money. You ain't doing this shit. Going down there and unplugging shit and replugging it in all messed up when he's not there.
No, I'm here.
All right. We thought we lost you.
We did because somebody click turned off your mic.
No, I had to charge using my AirPods and to charge them. I was putting it back in. But anyway, I forget what the fuck I was saying. No, I was saying that the game was over at halftime. That was a surprise. It wasn't like the Giants won. Hey, last second field goal. I mean, it was 17-3 at halftime.
It just, like I said, just another coaching issue. You can't be a head coach and an offensive coordinator. That shit just doesn't work well. I don't know why Eli didn't scramble the first 5 weeks. I couldn't tell you why. But he scrambled last week.
Yeah. And then Monday Night Football. This is the reason why, when they say ratings are down, which they're not really. But, I mean, with matchups, to me, this was two big bulls of meth playing each other, especially when you were watching it. I mean, I guess Mariota did all right, for 306 yards, but I wasn't excited about this matchup. I guess it was the first time the Titans ever beat the Colts.
Well, they really need to do something about these fucking matchups in prime time. Thursday, Sunday, and Monday Night Football. They need to... I mean, I understand maybe the first 2 weeks you have to go with the teams that you have. But then after that, they need to be able to flex these games. But it's a pain in the ass to the fans because, what if you make your plans for week 3? Let's say, a Lions game is supposed to start at 1 o'clock on week 3 and they move it to Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football. Now you can't go. But, I mean, it's just, dude, they're not going to get the ratings they want with these matchups. They're just not. Week 1, you got to, put teams are going to draw in the first 2 weeks and then figure out something for the rest of the weeks because, I mean, the schedules are set, 2 years ahead of time? 2-3 years, teams know who they're playing. They just don't know, when they're playing them.
I think so. Sounds right. I'll go with it.
So I get that you can't predict, how good a team's going to be, but the Patriots are going to draw. People are going to watch it just because it's the Patriots. Dallas is going to draw. So boom, there's your first 2 marquee teams for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Zeke can play. No, he can't. Yes, he can. No, he can't. Yes, he can.
Hey, as long as he doesn't run out of appeals.
Yeah.
I mean,
the dude is like Ann Hess, dude. Right? I'm out. I'm in. I'm out. I'm in.
That is our legal system. He makes money, and he works for a super rich guy. Things are going to go his way more often than that.
Dude, but he's retarded. He's got to serve 6 games at some point.
Yeah, but they won't enforce it during the playoffs if they make it. So the worst he's looking at is what? The last few games of this season, first few games of next season. But if they make the playoffs, he can still play. I mean, it's a calculated risk, but it makes sense. Especially with with Dallas not being the world beaters that everyone thought they were going to be. Dallas isn't exactly coming out and dominating the NFC.
Yeah.
No, they haven't.
So, with that being said, let's make our picks this week, because my laptop's going to die soon. So,
we're going for a historically short episode this week.
No, we'll still hit 2 hours. We'll still be 2 hours plus.
I think we're averaging close to 3 hours now. So that's what I'm saying. This is very short. 2 weeks in a row, I think we didn't hit 3 hours. So.
Nice. Well, hey, blame the sports world. Not much going on.
Well, there was a couple issues that I forgot I bookmarked, but whatever. They can wait. We'll get to them next week. They're not going anywhere.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
They're not time sensitive, is what I mean.
Yes. Speaking of picks, you fuckers won't listen to my picks anymore, will you?
Oh, yeah, because before we get into that, well. We are tagged first there, Iceman.
Yeah. Like I said, I give up trying to figure these fuckers out, man.
You excuse-giving motherfucker. So, yeah, we were both sitting at 583. Rich is at 505. Let's start with the college games right away. I mean, at Michigan, we know what's going to happen. So, just going to type in Penn State for my pick.
Yeah, give me Penn State. It's not even a decision. That's just, unless Penn State just goes out there and just literally lays a fucking turd on the 50-yard line, I don't see how the fuck they can lose that game.
Yeah, maybe Harbaugh wants to put something up. Maybe he's got something to prove. Good luck. I'm picking Penn State too.
Yeah.
Does it really matter though? Does it? Because ain't nobody going to beat Alabama.
Well, Penn State might, but we'll see that in January. Michigan State playing Indiana. Indiana having to face both of the Michigan teams in the last 2 weeks. Give me State in this one. And yeah, I don't think their offense is that great, but I think their defense is better than Indiana's. So, yeah. Give me MSU.
This is one of those ones I think could go either way. But I'll go with State. To me, they won against Michigan. They've shown me that so far they're the safer bet of those two teams. Even though Indiana did take it down to the wire with Michigan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with State too because, well, it took Michigan overtime to beat Indiana, and State beat Michigan outright. So in de facto, yeah, MSU.
All right, Thursday night football. Chiefs at the Raiders, dude. Chiefs are gonna be pissed. They got beat by the Steelers. Raiders. I don't think the Raiders are a match for this team. I think the Chiefs are going to roll over them. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree. I saw an article saying that it was an opinion article. I want to say on Fox Sports that this was going to be Marshawn Lynch's breakout game of the season, and I was like, motherfucker, have you been watching the same fucking Chiefs team I have all season? I don't think so. But whatever. Yeah, give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, no beast mode against that defense. All kinds of pissed off. Andy Reid just scratched his head for a week going, how in the hell? And they came into our... And we... hell no. Yeah, Chiefs.
All right, 1 o'clock games. Seahawks heading to Jersey, playing the Giants. Giants coming off a win. Giants are at home, but the Giants are beat the fuck up. Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Yeah, good for you winning the game. Good for you beating Denver. Good for you figuring out your offense. Good for you. Now sit down. Seattle.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's a 4 o'clock game. Oh, damn it. That's right. I'm on the West Coast. I'm getting West Coast time. All right. All right, now the 1 o'clock game. Yeah, why is this going back? All right. Bucks at the Bills. Bills are at home. Bills are another team that is beat the fuck up, though. Give me the Bucks.
Come on, Homer.
I don't even know, man.
Come on, Homer.
I don't want to pick the Bucks, but I can't with any confidence pick the Bills. So, I mean, I guess I'm going to go with the team that I have a little more confidence. They suck a little less, which is the Bucks.
The Bills have a great defense this year, but there's two sides of the ball. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with the Bills because the Bucks are beat up too. Famous Jameis hurt. Whether he plays or not doesn't matter. He's still hurt, and the Bills' defense is not a defense you want to be hurt against. Not even sore. You need to be pretty well mobile and okay. So, yeah.
All right, next up, Panthers at the Bears. This seems pretty easy. Give me the Panthers. I'm not buying this. I know. I just put that Bears victory up against the Ravens aren't as good as we think they are, and then the Bears probably did that thing where they won a game they weren't supposed to win. So, yeah, give me the Panthers.
Yeah, so Panthers as well.
If I have to start worrying about the toilet bowl because of a rookie quarterback that nobody knows existed, I'm going to be one pissed off Lions fan. Give me the Panthers.
All right. This next one might set the record for the quickest picks. Titans at the Browns. Give me the Titans.
Titans.
I mean, the Browns should change their logo to like a dumpster on fire for this season.
Has the Browns won a game yet?
Nope. Them and San Francisco are 0-6. But I told you, man, San Francisco looks like a way better football team. They're going to end up with a better record than the Browns.
Well, yeah, but they got a way better quarterback. Beathard is not somebody to throw away. I'm not kidding. But if the Browns are going to win a game, it's going to be someone against, like, Titans or Colts or 49ers or somebody like that. So it could happen, but I'd still go with Titans.
Right. Next up, on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Probably not that frozen yet. Saints, Packers. I know I talked all that shit about culture in Green Bay, but you got that Saints defense coming in. Guy's going to be making his first career start. Sorry. Give me the Saints.
I don't know, man. I just got a gut feeling. I think the Packers have a way of making a fucking quarterback sit behind their starter for years, and maybe because it is the Packers, that the backup actually pays attention and seems to learn from the starter. I mean, how many backup quarterbacks left Green Bay and went on to have success in the NFL who backed up Favre? I mean, it's more than a couple. So I don't know. I'm taking the Packers on this one.
Drew Brees is one of the most elite quarterbacks in the National Football League. He's got great weapons. Their Saints defense is just astounding. It is going to dominate. I pick the Saints. Fuck Aaron Rodgers, that's why.
Oh, Rich, so if this was like the NFL Network, you'd have the wolf hat on right now. You'd have to howl. Be the lone wolf. All right, next up, Jaguars at the Colts. The Colts could be another team that a dumpster on fire could be their logo. Yeah, they've won 2 games, but I was watching Monday Night Football yesterday. They look fucking awful. Give me the Jaguars.
Yeah, give me the Jags.
I'm going to go Jags here, but Luck needs to get his shit together and get back on the field because, not for nothing, yeah, the team as a whole sucks, but Brissett don't suck. Just going to tell you that right now.
Luck's supposedly coming back after the bye, from what I've heard.
Well, he needs to do something because Brissett doesn't suck.
This season's damn near a wash for the Colts anyways. Why rush Luck back?
Yeah, they're 2-4.
Why rush Luck back and possibly get him re-injured? I don't care about how his backup is playing right now, that's not the future of your franchise. So I mean, I don't see a point in rushing him back just to say, oh, his backup's playing above his pay grade.
Well, it's not necessarily above his pay grade. He did study under Tom Brady.
All right. Next up, Cardinals, Rams.
Ooh, shit.
Now you're gonna see AP play a defense.
Ooh, if
shit.
the Rams win this one, it's going to have to be on the shoulders of Gurley, man. Give me the Rams.
Yeah. I'm going to go. If it's going to be a ground and pound game, I'm going to go with the younger back who's got way more of an upside. So, yeah, give me the Rams.
Okay. Well, I have the Rams written, so I'm going to go with the Rams, but ooh, shit. Okay. If we have a butt fuck of the week, we have a don't miss this game week. Yeah, that's this game. Don't miss this game if you want to watch a good game. I don't care if you like the teams or not. This is going to be a good game because the Cardinals' defense are no slouches. They got great corners. Huh? Wow, that is a coin flip. AP's feeling rejuvenated. I don't really like the Cardinals' quarterback, but Chris, you and I sat and talked about the rejuvenation in LA. This is going to be a game. Rams, yeah, kind of.
Next up, Jets at the Dolphins. Damn it. Neither of these teams do anything for me. But the Dolphins are banged up. Jets, Jets.
Fuck it. I guess I'll go out on a limb. I just don't have faith in the Jets. So give me the Dolphins.
The Dolphins got a great quarterback, rejuvenated after so many games off. Got a great running back.
Is this a bit?
Yes,
because I'm not getting this. The same thing you did with Nolan's. I'm not getting this bit here. But go ahead.
It is a bit because I talked so much shit about him when we reviewed the game. Yes, it's a bit. I hate Jay Cutler. I hate the Dolphins. Fuck Sue, that's why. However, there's no fucking way the Jets are going to beat the Dolphins. If that happens, I quit. I'm going to spin the wheel and see what happens for my picks from out. There's nothing the Jets have that can even. I can't picture how that happens. I can't picture it. I can't picture, the quarterback for the Jets throws it to this receiver or this running back for the Jets runs through that line. I can't see it. No.
So you're picking the Dolphins.
I'm picking the fish.
All right. Next up, Ravens at the Vikings. Give me the Vikes, man. There's nothing on the Ravens offense that excites me at all.
Whereas you see the Ravens losing to the Bears as the Ravens isn't as good as we thought they were. I just think I don't know. I think the Bears had the sunshine on their ass every once in a while, and that was last week. I think the Ravens are still a better team than the Vikings, so give me the Ravens.
Oh, no. I have to pick the Vikings here. I don't want to, but I have to. I thought it was what the fuckins when they lost and didn't score a point to Jacksonville. They proved it wasn't a fluke when they lost to a rookie fucking no-name quarterback in fucking the shit bowl. Sorry, my friend, you ain't even close to winning against the fucking Minnesota Vikings.
All right. Next up, America's team. Surprisingly, 2-3. It's 49ers. This ain't 1986, man. Give me the Cowboys. The Niners, well, they're not as shitty as I think their record indicates. Yeah, I don't think they have an answer for Witten, for Bryant, for Zeke, for what's his name?
Beasley.
Terrence, whatever the fuck his name is. I forget his last name. I just know his first name is Terrence. Yeah, give me the boys.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
I'm with that. Dallas. Yeah, beat hard is going to be something soon. Ain't going to be this week, though. I mean, he's going to have a good game, but nah.
Bengals and the Steelers. Divisional battle. Steelers at home. Got the momentum beating the Chiefs. and they're going to keep riding it. Bengals, it's not the shit show we were deeming it earlier on in the year, but yeah, give me the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say that, Bengals have arrived this season. That's for damn sure. And I don't know, the Steelers showed a little bit of fucking something last week. Maybe there's a little something left in the tank, and something we always say, and they seem to prove, their second half team, and we're getting close to that fucking halfway mark. So give me the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on this one. The Bengals and the Steelers both have righted their ships. Problem for the Bengals is they're the Nina to the Santa Maria when it comes to the Steelers. Sorry, guys.
So that means the Steelers?
Yeah, I'm picking Pittsburgh.
All right. Next, another divisional battle. Broncos heading to L.A. playing the Bolts, the Chargers. Give me the Chargers, man. I picked them. It worked out for me. Give them to me again. Broncos are on the road. The Broncos are slowly starting to fall into that 40-degree day category with me. They don't seem like they're going to be anything special this year. They seem to be a 500-ish team. Give me the Chargers.
Wow.
Dude, is there a team that has been fucked over more by the NFL with being moved than the Chargers? Like, they don't even... no one gives a fuck in LA. No one gives a fuck about them. Like, seriously. And then their biggest fan, Charger Man, gets thrown out of the fucking stadium because he had a mask on. That's part of his fucking persona. He's not a goddamn terrorist. What terrorist dresses up as a giant lightning bolt? Jesus,
the world's
God.
Funniest terrorist.
Oh, I mean, that guy who wore the rainbow wig and always held up the John 3:16 sign, he is in prison for fucking murder, so...
In the name of Thor.
That's what I'm saying, dude. No terrorists. Like, what do you have on under that costume, sir? Oh, explosives, stupid. No, I'm not drawing attention to myself like that. Anyways, it's just I had to get that rant out. I feel like the Chargers have gotten fucked over a little bit by the NFL with that move, but whatever. Yeah, I just don't. I'm not buying the package here with them. Just give me the Broncos, man.
The Broncos might be a 40-degree day, but the fucking Chargers are below freezing. They are in need of a rebuild in the worst way. Give me the Broncos.
I'm lone wolfing it on this one. All right.
Dude, you had medication while you were away from the mic. I don't know how you came up with that pick.
All right, next up, rematch of the Super Bowl. Falcons at the Pats. Get the fuck out of here. Give me the Pats. So I heard this today, and it's a very good point. Patriots have average receivers. They're running back by committee. Their offensive line ain't that great, and their defense sucks, and they're still 4-2. Do the Pats.
Dude, that's all fucking Tom Brady does is make average receivers look like great receivers, and he makes great receivers have record historical seasons. So I don't even know how that's all they have is average receivers. Yeah, well, they got Brady there, and they got the system. Those two things, those guys are going to look like world beaters. Give me the Pats.
Oh, yeah, give me the Pats. They had him beat 3/4 of the way through a Super Bowl and came back and beat him. How in the hell are they going to figure out how to beat the Pats? They're not. And you're right. He does make average receivers better. Nobody knows who Blevins is. Nobody knows who Edelman is. Nobody knows who any of his receivers in the past 10 years were.
You want to know who my best fucking receiver is in my fantasy team? And I have Julio Jones and Michael Bennett and Des Bryant. Chris fucking Hogan.
Yeah.
So there you fucking go, dude. That's all the proof I need. I mean, I don't understand how that's a slam against the Patriots. To me, it's like when he doesn't make average receivers or below average receivers look like world beaters, then that's something to talk about. Until then, it's just Brady and Belichick doing what Brady and Belichick do.
Right, and gave Moss his first ring. Come on now.
He never got a ring. He just got the fucking single season touchdown record.
Oh, same thing.
All right. So next up, MNF divisional battle. The 5-1 Eagles against the 3-2 Redskins. Both teams look great this year, but one team looks way greater, if that's a thing. Give me the Eagles, man. Rich, you were away from the mic, but dude, the Eagles are the real deal this year, and you called it.
Yeah, man. I got to go with the Eagles. I'm gonna go with who. I'm gonna dance with who brought me.
I'm gonna go with Coach Green on this one. They are who Rich thought they were. So if you want to crown their asses, crown them. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah. All right. So another week of picks, and now another bunch of teams that Colin Kaepernick won't be playing for. That dumbass is going to sue the NFL now. He's got Mark Garrigus. He's going to sue the NFL for collusion. Good luck with that.
You know, this is all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want a fucking 2-hour post-picks discussion.
Yeah.
But this is him throwing the white flag at ever playing in the NFL again.
Yeah.
No matter the outcome of this lawsuit, this is it. He's done.
Biting the hand that feeds you. This is biting the hand off that feeds you.
Yeah. He took a look around and said, I'll never play in the NFL again. I might as well go out in a blaze of glory. His hope right now is to be looked at as a martyr 20 years from now in the history books. That's his only hope. And make a living off of that.
Completely agree. Because he already came out and said, I am so sorry. I will stand for the national anthem. Please hire me. And when everybody was like, yeah, no, we're still not hiring you. He was like, fuck you, I'm suing everybody.
Well, he's got a lawyer who never wins, so.
That's true.
I mean, you know, good luck with that.
I know we have a shit on millennials and forever on this show, but that's a millennial move if I've ever seen it. I'm sorry, y'all. Please come back, let me play. Can I come back and play? No. All right, fuck you, I'm suing you. It's a millennial move.
Fuck off.
That's such a millennial move.
Pretty much.
So, all right. So, yeah, that's it. We did it. We made it to the end of another one. But yeah, next time we talk, the World Series will be set. The Lions will be sub 500. Oh, wait, no, the bye week. That's right. They can't lose this week.
Yeah, stop that. And Chicago, thanks for playing.
Yeah. But thanks for everybody who's been listening, who's been downloading. Oh, yeah, the NBA season will be a week old. You know, you can officially start bagging on LeBron in a week, Earl. We're all excited for that.
So I'm already bagging on him.
But thanks everybody who's been listening to the show, liking the show, downloading the show, sharing the show on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter at Sporgy Podcast. Email the show, sporgy@christophermedia.net. We're on Instagram. Yeah, and just search us on Facebook, all that stuff. Make sure wherever you listen to us that you are rating us, you are reviewing us, because that's how you help other people find new podcasts. So we will see you next week.
All right, later, guys.
Peace out, y'all.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with a medium extra charge coffee from Dunkin' for $2 with 20% more caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Introducing touch-free payments from PayPal, a safe way for your customers to pay. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan. Whether you're a market seller,
I'll take 2 tomatoes and a cucumber,
poodle pamperer, piano tuner, or plumber. Signing up to accept touch-free payments for your business is easy. Touch-free QR code payments. Not applicable to PayPal Here transactions. Other fees may apply. Shop safe with PayPal.